Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we really should just take it home. Act like you know me. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc717. We got the full group of good-looking guys. I'll give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, check us out at Country Air Official for Facebook, Instagram, Country Air Brand on Twitter, and we'll pass it off to a fighting referee, some might call this time of year.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffles. How was the breakfast this week, fellas?
Ooh, I had a good bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a ciabatta roll, nicely toasted, so good. And washed her down with a fat stack of pancakes. Some good Chicago breakfast this weekend.
Zach?
I don't really non-existent. No, I got some Life cereal in me.
All right.
Cinnamon Life. Yeah, there we go. Some Cinnamon Life. That's about it.
Preferred version of life. Where do we go? Yep. Got some waffles with the Yolas, like breakfast coffee spot out here. Had the the banana nut waffles, and those were very good. Very special.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Yes, Yolas. They're very good. Highly recommend them if you're out here. They're just it's just hard to find the time to get over there because they're not open on Sundays. So rare Saturday off, got to head over there. And a rare Tuesday recording brings regular banger of the weeks. Perch, what do you have?
Ooh, banger of the week. This one's an oldie but a goodie. And man, every time I hear it, it hits on another level. Good Emotions. Great era of music. Great CD as well. This week's banger of the week, One Last Breath by Creed. That tune made its rounds. It was a classic radio song and a classic CD song. Always loved it.
Yeah. I love a good hype package put to some Creed, just like any wrestler of my generation.
Yeah, and this one definitely hits on all levels too.
They definitely appreciated them in those early days of YouTube where, everybody was making, either anime music videos or wrestling music videos. And yep, lots of Creed in there. So
much respect. Yeah, and this song definitely made its rounds.
It's a goodie.
Still just as good as it was back then.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, it'll be easy. Probably be easy if I actually go first this time. And why don't we talk about what we watched this week? I'll go first just because I watched mostly a lot of YouTube matches. Just a lot of random stuff. But watching some Brogan Finley. It got announced yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. We're gonna make our St. Louis Anarchy debut in a 6-man against what they call Technicolor Heartbreak, I believe is the trio's name. And it'll be against us and Brogan Finley. I've seen Brogan a few times, but the dedication to tag team wrestling, if you're gonna throw a third man in there that's not Jared Jacks, I'm gonna have to do the research and try to make sure that everything moves as smoothly as possible. Love him in the ring, super aggressive. I think we will mesh well. I'm pretty sure I talked about it last week, but I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times since then. But the ROH Dragon Gate 6-man Do Fixers versus Blood Generation. Been studying that a lot over this week. Legendary 6-man seems like we will be doing the 6-man thing a little bit here and there in the coming months. So good to just get refreshed. I watched Infrared versus Triple Nines from New South pro wrestling. Infrared is their tag team champions. Seen them on GCW, and I'm pretty sure they've been on AEW Darker Elevation. But young tag team, also making their rounds, names. They've won championships all over the place. So just doing the research, study, just doing whatever I can to make us a better tag team. Perch, what have you watched this week?
And AEW last week was pretty damn good. Starting out with John Moxley against Big Bill. Love that match. And the Samoa Joe Roderick Strong, that was banging just as well. Watch some clips from the DDT on the Bullet Train just yesterday. That was
reminds me.
Incredible. Minoru Suzuki up in there.
Yep.
Masada in there coming in. Lots of guys just tearing it up on the Bullet Train. Always intriguing to see where they go next and how much fun pro wrestling is. Was it Kawada in there as the ticket taker?
Yeah. I believe so. Kawada was in there. I know Kabashi was in there.
Kabashi. And just one thing leads to the next, and the looks on the fans' faces were incredible. Yeah, absolutely loved it. And seeing Suzuki with the big smiles too. Love every minute of it.
Gotta make it to DDT.
One day I want to call a match on a train for DDT.
That's the thing. Like, did you know that was a possibility until then?
Oh yeah, I love hearing the different stories from friends out there in Japan, and they'll tell me about different pop-up shows that DDT has going on. And this year in particular, I've heard about a good handful of shows that have taken place on the train. So to see, each one doing their own thing, it's awesome. I love it. And to see the Bullet Train and DDT doing it upright, that hit on a whole nother level.
Nice. Anything else?
That was good watching for the week.
That was good watching for the week. Okay, before we get to Zach, one last one. I don't know how I forgot it. Sunday, it was, I believe that was first time ever. Will Ospreay versus Marufuji. Yes, as amazing as advertised. It was one slip up, but they got right back to it. Amazing chemistry. Ospreay said in the hype video, Marufuji is a huge inspiration. I don't think anybody who's ever seen his matches would argue that. I always get upset when I think of something cool and new, and then I watch a Marufuji match and was like, oh, he did this 15 years ago. Awesome. Innovator of offense, so much swag. And him and Ospreay tore the house down. Definitely check that out. I think they probably went like 20 minutes. So not a bad watch, but yeah, definitely seek that one out. Zach, did you catch anything this week?
I got my family over this week, and we watched that Pat McAfee show where they're for the college show.
Mm-hmm.
Where The Rock showed up, and The Rock told everyone how he was supposed to be main eventing WrestleMania, and things didn't happen. And then we ended up watching a little bit of SmackDown where The Rock did show up. So very intrigued by that to see if they're obviously things happen for reasons. So be fun to watch and see where this goes. But other than that, wrestling wise, not really much besides starting to watch a little bit of The Wrestler on Netflix.
Yep, me too. Finish that. Everybody's got their opinions about it. I was entertained enough to finish it in 3 days, so
it's definitely very entertaining. Yeah,
definitely
cool to see a lot of familiar faces. You see what's it, the Outrunners on there.
Yep.
It was weird to see Truth Magnum, because I was like, man, he looks completely different than he does now.
No, yeah, it was like trying to like spot the time for like how long ago it was interesting too. Yeah, but friggin' even fans, Lori all over the screen, getting all the TV time.
Lower Mach, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting all the TV time. But yeah, you see Cal's all over it. You see T-Dub a couple times, Garrison. So yeah, a lot of people out there getting that notice. Dream Girl Ellie. So yeah, no, I thoroughly entertained. Um, and if that's it, why don't we just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, and talk about what we did this past week. Hey, I'll go first because mine was probably the shortest. Saturday, me and the lady went out to the Wonder Museum in Chicago. Took the weekend off, spent some time with the family, rest and relax and all that. She had been seeing some stuff about this a couple months ago, so figured this was good as time as any to go check it out. Really fun. You like interactive um stuff. So, a lot of cool things. Biggest complaint, way too short. Way too short for especially for how much it was. It was estimated at like an hour to an hour and a half runtime. Uh it probably took us about an hour, and I'd say 15 to 20 minutes was us waiting in line for the last exhibit. So do with that what you will, but it was fun. I've never really been to one of those type of places. Like I've been to like an interactive science museum when I was like 8, and that was fun. But no, it was a good experience. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Yeah, it's good times. Zach, what did you do this weekend?
Yeah, my weekend was very similar, nice and short. I kind of went by quicker than I expected, but I went down, visited some family in Illinois, got to see my sister, hung out, so that was pretty chill. And Sunday did a date night with Val, checked out this place called Habaneros, by us, and then just hung out really, nothing too extravagant.
All right. And
Oh, I went to
then,
camp on Sunday too, like rolled around a bit.
oh, okay, good. Perch.
Had a fun time at the Berwyn Eagles Club for All Star Lucha Libre on Sunday. Had some fun matches, an opening scramble match with Atomico and a bunch of students. That was really fun. I love working with the Lucha students, and especially looking to get good reps and working together. Those shows are so much fun, whether we're students of Thumper's Den or students of Lucha Libre in Chicago. We're all students together and learning, getting reps, and helping one another. So yeah, that was really fun. That opening match with Atomico was a blast. Atomico's entrance is always a blast. And he had someone else like a superhero coming with him too, and it was unbelievable. Best entrance I've ever seen him make in the crowd. It was a double pop by the time the secondary character came out and just made his lap ring. It was something else. A sight to be seen. And then had the match tag team Manny Cortez and Porto de Oro against Orion Starlight and Golden Dragon. Very fun match. Love working with those guys. Golden Dragon, Manny Cortez, a good feud between those guys. I've been working their feud for many years at this point. So cool to see them match up in some tag team action, and the feud continues. Um, and then the next match I had was the team of Aggravated Assault against Warhorse. Uh, Very fun, big guys. All four of them were monsters inside the ring. Um, and I was just my normal size. So had to really use the authority to get it across because all hell could have broken loose at any moment. But we kept them under control and had an absolute blast. Fun show all around.
Nice. All right, yeah. Hey, no, relaxing weekend for the pod. One show between the three of us. Yeah, it's closing it. I mean, also the end of the summer before we, got to rest ourselves out before we get into that fall sprint that we're doing because we make terrible decisions with our schedules. But why don't we look back on the summer and talk about some of our favorite memories? Let's kick it back to Perch because I've gone first the past couple times.
Man, this summer has been so much fun. 2023, I've never traveled so much in my lifetime. Um, and, starting it out at the beginning of summer, had some fun times at the Irving Hall in Chicago. It was a short-lived venue. Took place for one AAW show and two freelance shows. The Freelance Rumble was one of them, and then the next one was the night I knocked Trevor's block off with the Shayukin, and that ended up closing down the venue for the next forever foreseeable future.
Hey, Perch was having too much fun, just ended the whole thing.
Yeah, we did have a blast, but we went out in style. That was a great time. Uh, Cage of Survival, Tournament of Survival out in Atlantic City was incredible. My first time ever doing the Cage of Survival. Lots of fun matches, great matchups. GCW has been touring all over, and it's been a fun summer of some very hot venues um, and very hot crowds too. Great times. June Kasai was in town for that Tournament of Survival, and being able to work his line at the end of that show and watch everybody as they come up and give their admiration to him was awesome. June Kasai is someone who I've worked with outside the ring, different states, different countries. Uh, really enjoyed the presence that he brings to a wrestling show, and to see how everybody in Atlantic City really just loved to see him. That was a moment that really stood out from the summer. Very fun. At one point, Cyclope against Harada, he took out a sawzall and took it to the head, which was a moment that still lives in my mind. And it's also been turned into a shirt of Cyclopes that I've been able to see people wear all over. It's another highlight of the summer is seeing that shirt with my face right. um, a crazy moment I'll always remember, and it's immortalized through shirts. Seeing people over in Japan wearing that shirt was that hit on a different level. Just little business women wearing a shirt a little bit too big for them with my face right on, right on there in the midst of a horror scene. Those were a few times that stuck out. Also, going for a swim in the Atlantic Ocean was very fun. Um, got to see the Grateful Dead and Company at Wrigley Field. That was a good time. The rooftops of Wrigley Field is where we were at, and yeah, made the most of it. This summer, been able to hop on the Summer Sizzler tour a heck of a lot more than I have in maybe last year or the year before. Just the way the schedule lines up, it's been awesome to see the whole crew. Um, I've been doing a little bit of ring announcing. The Milkman game that we had that one time was so much fun. My goodness, ring announcing on a big microphone on the jumbotron, helping out all the brothers during the show. Yeah, that was such a good time. Being able to help out on the Summer Sizzler tour, really just to set up, tear down, and be a bench player, anything that's needed. Been able to take some good video footage too. I really enjoy seeing it from that perspective just as well. Uh, One of my favorite trips of the summer was to Tokyo, Japan, with Game Changer Wrestling. We had such a good time. I think we had 3 or 4 shows, and all of them were sellouts and tons of people. Got to see a lot of friends that I made the first time out there. Uh, share stories with people, make more friends. Uh, just an incredible experience. And then made it back in town just in time for Black Label Pro doubleheader, where I met up with the TAU and a bunch of other homies that I've trained with and I've traveled with and worked with alongside. We had about 6 referees that day. It was awesome. I absolutely love spending time with everybody, picking their brain just as well as, them asking me questions from experience. There's no right or wrong in pro wrestling, just better timing. And the more experience you get, the more feel you get for the certain timing. Uh, so to be able to share those experiences with everybody along the way, kind of full circle moments, I really enjoy. Uh, Warrior Wrestling went back to the Stadium Series. That was something out of this world. Uh, Vikingo and Gringo Loco continued their feud on the football field over the Warrior Championship. That was awesome. Really had a good time. The Franklin Fest was a blast. North Prairie Harvest Fest was a blast. Talia Hall was so much fun. Um, New Jersey, New York, experience in Brooklyn, New York, getting a good sandwich, good hoagie, good Philly cheesesteaks out in Philly. Lots and lots of good action. One of the highlights of the summer was Speedball Mike Bailey against Yoshihiko in Queens, New York. That was a match that really stands out. And I remember just feeling exhausted afterwards. Left everything out there that night. And yeah, it was so much fun. The summer has really flown by so quick, but I've enjoyed every moment of it with really just about every level of wrestlers and referees that I've met along the journey, and continuing to share the experiences with everybody and have a blast. It's been a hot summer and more fun than I've ever had.
Hell yeah. Zach, why don't we go to you next?
Um, yes, I would say for us, I mean for me, I would say like a lot of the opportunities we've gotten a couple times to hang out and help out at NWA and had some opportunities doing stuff with them. It's continued to grow, but this summer we've really been able to help out and like kind of get to know them where they're knowing us. And it seems like we're like what we get told by all the guys, we're doing things in the right direction to, potentially get more opportunities there. So working there and being able to learn and see how they do it is awesome. Um, I would say some of the places we've been able to debut this summer has been amazing. Black Label Pro, AIW. Even though like we're debuting on the main card, I feel like this summer we really were more at St. Louis Anarchy and doing the pre-show and being able to show the fans what we do. And for that, like, there's a lot of fans like on the Twitter talking about our matches that I think helped us get on the main card. So truly appreciate all that, just being able to I guess wrestle all these new locations, get all these new opportunities, and be able to wrestle more people, new opponents.
No, yeah. I echo the same statement. I mean, this has been a super fun summer, whether that's wrestling in new promotions, wrestling in new states, wrestling in new venues, wrestling, new opponents. It's been amazing. I mean, you go back to, you can go back to May, 01 at the Civic Center. That was awesome. War Games, 2 rings. Getting to share that moment with friends and loved rivals. The premiere was super awesome, super amazing. Getting to see TAU's faces light up to be in such a venue was a super proud moment. Doing the Gabe Sapolsky seminar. I don't know if people know this. I usually travel alone. And if I do travel, it's usually just with Zach, but getting a chance to throw Wad in the car and ride down with him was actually, super fun for me. I don't really get to do that too often. Just shoot the shit, talk about wrestling, answer any questions he has to the best of my horrible ability. Super fun. And you said like 01, but Southern Illinois and that St. Louis area, that's kind of become a second home to us over this summer, and that's been amazing. Um, I had somebody ask me recently, are you confident about going into a new area and connecting with the crowd? And I think this summer we definitely proved that. Whether that was Anarchy or AIW or Black Label Pro, we definitely turned it up this summer, and it's been an amazing thing to share with you, Zach. It's been tight to have Perch pop its head in occasionally. It's been amazing to have all these other vets, Warhorse and Gary J and Christian Rose, look out for us on the road and give us some real critiques and things to think about. Marche, taking care of us down at NWA. Yeah, this might, unfortunately we didn't get on the Brew City Summer Sizzler Tour this year, and it hurts me to have missed Portage, especially 2 years in a row, because Portage is like my favorite event of the year. Just that weekend, but doing good business is also very fun as well. It's good to see your stocks rise.
Yeah, I mean, I want to piggyback off. It's like it's like I did, like I forgot to mention like the seminars too. Our girl me seminar, Mike Bailey seminar combined with Gabe Sapolsky seminar. I really felt like us mix, like we had those like in a short period of time, and like I don't know if there's a formula for seminars, but I felt like those formulas all kind of fell in the right place at the right time for us, and like made us step our game up. And with the amount of traveling and the amount of opportunities we've been earning, like you said, our relationships with veterans, like a couple of years ago, like I wouldn't think they would even know our name, like Gary J, Warhorse, Camaro Jackson, those guys. Now, like those guys have been like big brothers to us, looking out for us. Marche Rockets, like same, but Marche has always been the big brother. But I'm just saying, like, that's another thing. Like, I guess like I didn't really think about until like you said it. Like the relationships with guys we last year were like, man, these guys are the guys. The relationships have grown, and like them being able to help, like us proving to them, like, hey, like we want this as bad as anyone else, and they recognize that. That's what Gary like told us straight to our face. He's like, I like you guys. I see you guys everywhere, and it's just like, it's being able to like be recognized and be like, man, like I have great peers who I could talk to, and like I've built these relationships with these guys, or now like I can message them, and it's not like I'm some random fanboy who's indie game. Like we've built that relationship with you, where it's like,
Yep, good stuff. All right. Why don't we get close to taking it home and talk about what we got coming up this week? Zach, we're right back at it with a full plate.
yeah, home game, kind of home now, home game weekend.
Yeah.
Our Wisconsin home, our Illinois home. We are going to be at ICW this Friday, taking on a familiar face, Ethan Matthews. He made a post the other day that kind of made me laugh. He said, how many different partners have I had take on Country Air? The form, you can try to search up the formula, but the answer is always the same, Ethan. We
Yep.
coming for that head.
Yep. Yep. The storied rival in Ethan. Yeah. I've watched Craig. Craig's been at all the ICW shows for as long as I can remember. So always exciting to lock up for the first time with somebody. But yeah, as far as Ethan, he knows the deal. Watch the feet to the face.
Yep. I mean, I will say, Craig went from being kind of a goofy guy in the pre-shows to arguably a main role in that BBC. Is it BBC? I don't know. Not BBC. That doesn't sound right.
No, it's something else.
Baby Cousins something.
Yeah.
BC Holdings. There we
Holdings.
go.
That's what it is. Yeah, BC Holdings.
Yeah, BC Holdings. I mean, Craig's a pretty valuable member of that team.
Yes, he is. He's aligned himself with some veterans, but we're not worried.
Nah, not at all. Like, I mean, it's been a long time since we wrestled in Wisconsin, especially me. I feel like I've wrestled in Wisconsin in a hot minute. So ready to go out and show why we are the tag team of ICW.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we travel down to our other home, our Illinois home, Illinois 01, a September to remember, where we take on Power Trip, Jared Allen and Jake Landers again.
Yes, sir. This matchup happened last month. Now it has, I believe it has contendership stakes attached to it. I could be wrong, but either way, the 0-1 tag division is heating up. You see Constant Headache getting their shot at the premiere if Campbell actually shows up. Power Trip now inserting themselves back into it. But we will find our way back to those titles.
Yep, we're coming back for our red straps, baby.
Yep.
But Sunday, we have our first ever title defense for All Heel Wrestling.
Yes, and our first ever regular match. So very excited about that.
Joey, if you're listening, it's a regular tag match. We ain't doing no BS. It's time to do some good old tag a guy in and do a 5-second count, baby.
Yeah, I'm down to teach you kids how to slap on a hold. So you best be ready for that. Lot of chin locks coming.
Chinlock of Doom coming
Yep.
in.
Yep, but yeah, happy to be back at All Heel. There's been a lot of changes, but it all looks good. They are, slowly building up as a promotion. You love to see a promotion succeed, and happy to be a part of it.
Heck yeah. So yep, nothing but great tag matches. It's nice to not have to travel too far, but travel enough. And it'll be a good weekend.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Perch, what do you got this week?
This is fight week. We are getting ready, getting the body right, getting the mind right. This Friday night, September 22nd, freelance wrestling on IWTV. Trevor Outlaw has been calling out Ref Perch for quite some time. He got me suspended from the show last time. So this time around, this Friday, I get to fight Trevor to win my job back. So I'm excited. I'll be wrestling this Friday night. And it's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. Packed house in Chicago for freelance. Normally we ref. However, this time we will be wrestling on the show. I'm putting in that work, getting the training right, getting the mind right.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been playing plenty of Street Fighter, studying your Satsui no Hado, charging up your your Hadoukens and your dragon punches.
I can duck with the best of them.
Sure you can. Yep, I'm sure you're ready. I'm sure you have mastered the ankle lock now.
Duck and a low kick, baby. Duck and a low kick all day long.
Spamming low kicks. If it works, it works. No such thing as cheesing.
Yeah, feeling great, feeling ready. Yeah, gonna be a good time. Matt Nix is gonna be the special referee, so I'll be in good hands. Yeah, really looking forward to it. That'll be a show that we'll talk about next week and let you know just how it all goes. Yeah, it should be a real fun time. And then the next day, I've got 2 shows: Black Label Pro, Turbo Graps 24. It'll be a great time. 2 shows going on. It's going to be on Fight TV. First one starts at noon, and the next show starts at 4:30. Should be some great action. Lots of good wrestling on hand. We'll be in charge of the referees that day, so looking forward to seeing who we all have. Last time we had tons of refs, so that'd be cool if we have them again, because it gets good reps for everybody. People come from all over. It's a destination kind of promotion at the Berwyn Eagles Club, a nice central spot for everybody to get to. So, yeah, really looking forward to the responsibilities on Saturday for a double header. And yeah, it should be a real good time. 3 shows in 2 days, 1 wrestling and 2 reffing.
Yeah, protect that body, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and with that, it's time we start taking it home. Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
I mean, no, actually, I had something earlier, but then, yeah, I'll probably come back next week with it.
All right. Yep. We'll save it for next week. Perch, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, thank you to everybody who's helped support the Perch merch foundations. um, we raised a couple $100 for a few different foundations: the MAC Fund, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and now the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation through Perch merch. And the shirt is still out and about. We're taking orders, and yeah, it's for the bigger picture. There's kids who are out there trying to live lives and aspire to their dreams, and what we're trying to do is make those dreams happen, and show the kids that you can follow your dreams and pursue it and do anything that you want to in this life. And if there's any small help that we can do, well, that's what we are starting to do. So I have to start somewhere, and through the wrestling community, looking to help build more communities through it. So thank you to everybody who helped support, and yeah, we're continuing to. So if you haven't yet, check out the Perch merch shirt that's on sale, and yeah, help a great cause, Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation.
Nice. And as for me, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Why don't you tell us some of your favorite memories from this past summer as we're heading into this fall? It's starting to get cold out here in Wisconsin. Tell promotions to book us because we like to ref and we like to wrestle, and winter is coming and we need work to keep the lights on. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.
Yeah.